Journal entry, 9th of the month of August, in the year of our Lord, 1164. For a year, peace has prevailed in the lands of Toulouse. As he grows in age, it seems the ambitions of the craven King of France have mellowed, and he has reached out with an olive branch. France agrees to promote our legend. Thus, diplomacy may have taken the lead for once, and the swords have been buried for now. While the thought of demonic evil still lurks in the back of my mind, I shall busy myself with looking after my family, my subjects, and the construction of windmills and other betterments for the common folk. The legend of the mighty endeavour for the clan de Villeron is still very local, but with the French king actually joining, and apparently my reputation has terrified him. So it does help that he isn't particularly brave to begin with. So with that, we are enjoying a period of peace where we can use our coin for the betterment of everything. We have constructed the windmills in Toulouse, which means we can now enjoy, I think, a slightly cheaper construction cost. And or was that the watermill? That might have been the watermills in Gévaudan. But either way, we have a fair few building slots where we can actually now construct things, and I'll be spending the coin wisely to improve the lands all about. We're still suffering from some lack of control in the eastern provinces after the civil war, but all in all, we're getting there. Auvergne is still the hardest hit, but the rest of them are getting there, and hopefully soon we will enjoy peace in the eastern lands as well. So tell me, my lord, my brother-in-law's Louis's voice snaps me out of my thoughts, and I find him waving his hand, the quill spilling ink over the floor. What about that time that your war against King Benoit ended in victory? That surely is worth adding to your legend. Yes, that sounds... let's see if that... let's see if we can get that through. It's a 57% chance, but this was indeed a mighty war against the French for the liberation of Auvergne. Let's see if we can get that through. No, people don't seem to be convinced, unfortunately. Well, it was a chance. Eleonora, my seneschal and the wife of my long-serving tutor, Payon, has died of old age. The two of them were not blessed with children, so their family and the line of family ends here. But she was my seneschal, so let's see who we can employ next. We could get the Queen Mother to do it, but let's see if there's anything, if we can find anyone better. No, not really. So we will. Who can we say? We can get Otakar to do it. He doesn't really have anything else. He would be giving us, I think it's got the same. There's nobody really available who would do a much better job. So alternatively, she is already the royal architect, but she's already lost her appetite from having too many things on her plate. So I think we'll get Otakar for now to deal with this position, because he doesn't really have anything else to do. So and he can help with the control growth for now, and that fills that position back up again. One more martial perk, and we'll see how many we still get to complete, because I do want to switch over to stewardship and get down the probably the architect tree. That would be the most useful for now, but the administrator tree would be pretty good as well. But architect is kind of what I'm looking into. So that would be the target. But for now we've got a few more to fill out. So I am going with Parthian tactics for now, and then probably these four here. Then potentially never back down in household guard or man's home and enduring hardships, because that's these two are especially enduring hardships is extremely useful, I find. Louis de Rosselot, my court poet and brother-in-law, is the husband of Princess Juliana, is busy figuring out the details of the legend. If I could bother you a moment, my lord, he starts, a tad wheeling for my liking. It would be a huge boon for us if we could commit some more detail to the legend. The grander the better. He looks at me expectantly. A few seeds of conspiracy begin to sprout in my mind. Going over the existing tale in a more flamboyant details surely wouldn't hurt, but substituting that part of the tale for another entirely has its own merits. So we'd have a diplomacy challenge, which is a 40% chance. Diplomacy and intrigue. Or we let it grow naturally, which gives us a 10% legend spread chance. I don't particularly like the... we could take the diplomacy challenge. Worst case, we get some prestige out of it. Or we take the 10% spread chance for sure. Given that I'm looking to improve it, probably... this is just going to give me a discount, best case. We'll just let it grow naturally. And it's actually starting to spread quite nicely, so probably I can have another round and see if I can find some more people I can entice to assist with that. Though the demands of running the realm don't often have our paths cross, one such opportunity has brought Jacques and I together. He warmly greets me with a knowing twinkle in his eye. He is one of my counts, one of the people who I am trying to get on better terms with. Enric, my lord, a pleasure to see you. He clasps my shoulder. Do you know, I hear some fascinating tales about you as of late. He smiles broadly at my slight discomfort. I rather enjoy them as it happens. Perhaps you could fill me in on some of the details. That would be great. We could get him to promote the legend, and we could get a big discount towards the upgrade. Or we could just get some opinion. He's got 54 opinion of us at this point, which is not terrible. And we'll still get... we can still get some more out of that eventually. But I go for a discount and him starting to promote. Now this would be great. So let's do that. He does have a favor. I do owe him a favor for that, but I'm okay with that. He can call that in if he wants to. But for now, this furthers the spread. Oh yeah, the legend is spreading rather rapidly. We've got 14 baronies at this point, and with all the work we've done in promoting, and also I've got my sister Cecilia traveling the lands to promote the legend, and I've got Louis de Rosselot traveling around as well to promote it. So with that, we are making quite some headway here, and also with the official promoters, this is quite useful. So out of all of this, we get some renown, and we get stewardship, and we get a little bit of development growth, and yeah, the upgrade's just gotten a little cheaper. But we can't do the upgrade yet. Because we need to have it spread to 100 baronies, but it is starting to spread quite nicely. Louis busily jots down my words as I dictate them. I must be careful with my choices. Benoit, the King of France, could well be swayed to support my cause in spreading the word of the legend, but the wrong phrasing may come off conceited, perhaps. What would he want to hear? So he is already promoting, I believe. So I don't think we need to do. No, we don't have to threaten him. We could. I think he is already, as far as I remember, he is already promoting this. Let me double check. So it might be that this. Yeah, he is already. So we don't need to risk anything here, and yeah, we'll. Just send as is, and he is already promoting that. Meanwhile, Montpellier, the peasants in Montpellier have begun targeting us. A peasant uprising. Do not see... I do not see much of a chance of that happening, but the problem obviously being the lack of control and popular opinion, most of it coming from the leftovers from the plagues that are still causing trouble in the lands. Although a rampant miasma may also have other reasons. Anyhow, we are currently... what's the control in... let's have a look. Counter control. We're Gévaudan's at 89. So I think we can shift the focus of Duke Ogier towards Montpellier and see if he can find anything unusual over there, and also have a word with the peasants. And currently, Uzès and Gévaudan at Montpellier is looking unhappy. So, despite our efforts to discover, but this has been the center of the disease, and maybe there is a more supernatural reason for that. We shall find out. Scholastica, the wife of my master of the horse, has fallen ill with the consumption. Of course, we have to be careful if that turns into a regular plague, but her little one, Margarete, who's just been born, is hopefully going to be all right, and we'll do our best to see if she can recover from this. And Jacques of Béziers is using the favor I owe him to pardon him for his crimes and of being part of the uprising, and I agree that he should do such. Lothar von Arnim, who has been growing up in our lands, has been married to Adelin de Cottingham, of the Normans. So I think he's currently visiting, but it's good to see that we have taught him well, even though we have never really gotten to the point of assisting him with his claims. Interestingly enough, France is at peace. The Holy Roman Empire is mostly at peace, and we have a new Kaiser. What happened to Kaiser Otakar has died, and we have a new Kaiser who's already again afflicted. Kaiser Bernhard, 16 years old only. But he already is afflicted by the pox, and seems to go inside that family is really a bit questionable. Meanwhile, Matilda is making her first steps. Well done, Matilda. And he was gallant, and she was beautiful, and he was a hero, and she was beautiful. It doesn't take long to discover where the music is coming from, as I soon find Bozena playfully tuning her instrument, leaning on a stone bench. Ah, my lord, her eyes immediately bright up. Isn't it true that the reason for your legend was to impress Adelheid? Adelheid is the wife of Otakar, my seneschal. No, excuse me. This is for my queen. Definitely not that. Or I could say I did it for myself. No. We'll change the chapter. This is all for my queen, Queen Valence of Toulouse, who's just turned 30 as time flies. And let's have a look at the legend and see what actually has changed here. Okay, there we go. She came to me one morning with alarming rumors. I made haste and promised to honor our everlasting love. Okay, that's better. Oh yeah, how's the spread go? Oh wow, we had 38 baronies. Yeah, it's definitely moving at this point, and I think we'll have to actually save up some coin for 258 for the upgrade. We definitely want to upgrade that to get more legitimacy out of it. And Payon, who has followed his wife Eleonora, my former seneschal, into the next life. He had become sterile. That's probably also a reason why why they didn't have any children. And with that, I have lost my tutor. Now, do I have plenty of people that I can get to do this? I have got Philippe the husband of a very elderly husband, but he is a bit of a seducer. I am not sure if I want him to be the tutor. Instead, we're going to get Princess Juliana of Toulouse to do this. And she can, although, she can have a fair few traits that she can pass on to the children. And she can educate the children for the betterment of Toulouse. The work of Uncle Augier has paid off. The peasant rabble that has targeted me in Montpellier has been disbanded, and I think with that the situation in Montpellier is under control. We actually have, interestingly enough, a mining settlement in Cevennes. Unfortunately, because this gives us 10% development growth in the county, which is affecting the whole county of Montpellier, which is also why I am actually constructing, or at least I thought I was. Wasn't I constructing? Yeah, I'm constructing windmills in Montpellier. So that's that. And yes, my wife, Queen Valence, is once again with child. At least the higher nobles, my uncle Augier the Stout, who is still going around, Count Pierre Bernat of Carcassonne, Count Jacques and Count Borel of Rouergue all have a relatively decent opinion of me by now. Which means we can start working on the mayors. So starting with the mayor of Cahors, who we have just installed after the previous mayor caused some trouble. So let's begin and see if we can improve his opinion of us, because it isn't particularly great, and we shall see that he gets a bit of a better idea. There are a fair few activities that, like a grand tour, would be amazing, but it's the cost. So right now, most of the coin goes into improving the life of people and improving the counties under my direct control. A tempting offer. The Sardinian barony of Cagliari has offered a grand tournament, and given that the kingdom is at peace, I don't see why this should be a problem. So we shall travel. However, traveling by sea is fraught with danger, so we will have to hire some experienced captains. Okay, I believe we have found a safe route that allows us to visit the mining settlement in Cevennes, and then we'll see what the Sardinians are doing, and we shall return via the Kingdom of Aragon, and then bypass the dangerous mountain ranges and return home via the western lands. So all in that should allow us to pick up a fair few things, and to see some sights. So we have hired a captain, and we will be making our way to a grand journey towards the grand tournament in Sardinia. And with that, Queen Valence is the regent, and yes, she could boost consular opinion. No, we'll see. She is very qualified in stewardship. So we will see if she can manage to improve improve our coffers. Alternatively, we'll see. We can always change it. I don't necessarily want her to change the vassal contracts, but while we are traveling, she can manage things. So to a degree, this is also the first time that King Enric is stepping into the shoes of his ancestors, and as his grandfather was a famous adventurer. Journeying through Agde, I pass by a peculiar-looking tent displayed open with its yet more peculiar-looking occupant inside. He wants me to It's a 50-50 for good omens. Nah. Do we want him on our court? Not necessarily. Yeah, the next thing somebody complains again that I'm picking up their garden hermits or something. All right, we've visited the mining settlement, and as we prepare to set off in the morning, I see Bernard Ezi standing outside the camp all alone. I walk over to him and notice a change in the wind. It's about time for winter again, isn't it? So we are gonna enjoy the sights and then make our way across the seas with the help of the experienced captain that we hired. The sea is calm and forgiving today, still as a boulder and a powerful wind at our back to boot. It seems it'll be an easy day for the rowers below, but then I spot the mangled corpse of a ship buried nose first into some jagged rocks ahead. Let us investigate. We might find something of value, and since we are brave, we'll not, and we'll find nothing. But still, I was brave and it is an adventure, so there we go. And it looks like Queen Valence comes after the Queen Mother. She gained architectural experience. That is good to see. And we've got some more stewardship experience, but now we are at the tournament. Now that everyone has arrived, throngs of people wander through the colorful surroundings, all looking forward to the forthcoming display of skill and prowess. And the chapter has changed, so we're going to have to review the legend as well. Can we see that from here? Okay, I'm on track to qualify. What has changed? Can I see it? No. All right, let's see what we can do. I believe there are a few places we can visit. My intent would be Triumph. Yeah, we'll see if we can. We are making a name for ourselves here. I could meet the other contestant. We could see the artisans or go to the tourney grounds. I think, given that this is my first tournament and I am slightly nervous, it would not be a bad idea to visit the tourney grounds first. I greet a band of knights as they wander past me. One struggling behind the rest makes me pause. Spinning on my heel, I call after the figure. They are clad in a shapeless, ill-fitting armor, their eyes wide and clearly terrified beneath their helmet. Something isn't right here. Stepping forward, I rip off the helmet before they have a chance to react. Standing before me, looking around furtively to see if anyone else has noticed, is none other than a woman, dressed as a knight no less, planning to compete as a knight even. She is Bnat, I guess, of a foreign faith. And I could hire her. She is relatively skilled, actually, but she is of a foreign culture. She doesn't speak the language, and of a foreign religion as well. So I could obviously get her to be banished, but honestly. I don't see what that would be. I don't see the problem here with her. I shall keep her secret, and we'll have to be open-minded towards foreign cultures. And apparently, I have brought my axe in vain because the contest is to be a board game contest. Is that what I've traveled across the seas for? I was looking forward to compete as a knight. The contestants take their places at the gaming tables, fluffing their cushions and requesting refreshments as the herald announces the contest's commencement. The game themselves are arrayed on the trestle tables, pieces polished to a mirror sheen. The board game qualifiers have come to an end, and it's clear who will be put forward in the quarterfinals as it stands. The varied pitches and volumes of the crowd's cheers leave no question as to the favorites. I have been paired along my fellow contestant, Moses of Moses Soldiers. I don't honestly even... I am somewhat average when it comes to my aptitude. We shall see. We shall see what we do here. So I am ready. Let's see how this goes. And I vowed myself I could win a contest in this tournament, and I can't help but to consider a less fair approach to securing the prize of a board game competition. No, this is no way to win. We shall be playing playing fair. The table flips with an almighty thwack, sending the pieces flying. Moses' mood turned suddenly several moves ago, and as he realized the simple mistake had all but decided the game in my favor. Okay, you could have just conceded. I could... no. Look, what kind of leader are you if you lose your marbles over a board game? So that's that. Oh, what happened? My sister. Oh dear. There was a terrible accident, and my sister Cecilia has died when the tournament stand collapsed under her. And that leaves, oh good grief, that was a terrible accident, and that leaves me, obviously, that overshadows the whole affair significantly. Oh dear. Well, now we'll still try to win the board games, but my heart is no longer really that much in it, with my sister having died so tragically. Yeah, we'll do another game, but it is going poorly. My mind is elsewhere. I notice his eyes keep darting into the crowd and seems to be looking directly at a figure standing almost directly behind me. They're performing subtle hand gestures and they're moving their lips, giving him instructions. Yeah, I will see. I will call it out that he's cheating. Let's see if they believe me. He does believe me. And with that, we are in check. I am winning by some margin. See if I can press the advantage. Let's see. 37%, 37, 30, and 30. Yeah, knowledge of warfare. That's probably the one we're going with. And with that, I believe we have achieved victory. Okay. I can't help but allow my visage to crack a moment and smile as my opponent falls perfectly into the trap I had laid. Okay, victory we have once again, and it looks like I will be facing Wali Barakat Ibn Barakat of Ashir in the finals. But again, the death of my sister certainly puts a big dampener on everything. Meanwhile, Louis greets me at the court this morning, eager with news on the tip of his tongue. He's trying to convince Count Thibaut of Milot, who is of House of Villeron. He is somehow related to me. Okay, so let's see if he can be. We could do diplomacy, intrigue. How is my intrigue even better than his? Hang on. Intrigue is 4. Mine is 4. Okay, so we're evenly poorly matched. That's why it's a 50-50 chance. But apparently his diplomacy is even better. So we will see. We convince him, and he started promoting the legend. And with that, we are coming to the finals, and we shall see how things go. The game seems to be going perfectly. I'm thinking 3, 4, maybe even 5 moves ahead of my opponent, when suddenly he makes a move that causes my intricate strategy to melt away like snowdrop in a candle's flame. I'm completely out of options, and if I don't do something rash, I will surely lose. So I could cheat. I'm going to gain some stress. No, I will not cheat. I might be impatient, but I will not cheat. If I lose, then I will lose honorably. The soft click of moving pieces disturbs the calm. We are deep into the end game now, and the game hangs in the balance. I ponder what has already happened, such as when I saw in Moldova an opening to cheat. I am losing, and my position is worsening almost every move. It would take something of a miracle to win from here. And again, I shall draw on warfare and my knowledge of warfare, but I think I have lost this game. And fair and square. I shall not cheat. I have come an honorable second, and with that, I think he has won honorably, and we'll bow to his victory. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to actually. My sister has died in the tournament tragically. So she was my caravan master and I'm a court chronicler. So that is tragic, absolutely tragic. Okay, Adrien de Coligny shall become my new caravan master. And my court musician is also going to become my court chronicler. And she shall be, she shall be doing the same and spreading the legend. But all in all, this very much overshadows this tournament. We will see. There is there's still a fair few things to go. But we'll head to the tavern, play a game of dice, and we will complete this tournament. But all in all, I am not entirely certain how much worth it is given the tragedy that has happened.